everyone. As an avid traveler, I am always looking for new opportunities to explore the world and experience different cultures. So recently, I had a chance to visit one of the most iconic cities in the world, New York City. And this happened with my parents. Alright guys, so we have arrived at the airport and going for our trip to the US with mom and dad. And this is going to be a 7-week trip and we're going to be going to a few places. So our journey really began in New Delhi, India, my birthplace, and we were traveling to Dallas, and along the way we had a layover in New York City. So we traveled via American Airlines, and that's really my favorite airline, and part of the reason is because I am an executive platinum member, which means I get free upgrades and access to the lounge where there's unlimited food and really a comfortable place to sit and relax. So now we just finished our dinner and it was a wonderful experience. It was a buffet and then we got a few drinks included in this, and yeah, we're just finishing up the food, some pasta, some other things, and now I'm eating the sweet dish. So I really wanted to choose this option with the layover because my parents are elderly and I didn't want them to feel rushed or stressed with a shorter layover. Additionally, my dad has COPD, so I wanted to make sure that he had enough time to nebulize and feel good.
What happened? You want to take some more? Take. No rush.
Hey guys, so we have landed in New York. Everything was great. The flight was wonderful. And now we're just gonna go through the immigration and then we'll be ready to go. Mom and dad are on the wheelchair and we've actually arranged a taxi for 5 hours. It's a private taxi and they're gonna just take us wherever we want to go, and we'll be able to see the entire beautiful Big Apple city in New York. So to make the most out of our 8-hour layover, I booked a black Tesla Model Y for us to use during our time in the city. We wanted to see as much as possible, so we really thought about, okay, well, what are the top places to visit here in New York City? And my friends and family actually looked all that up and explained it to the Tesla driver as well, that these are the destinations, top destinations that we want to go to. And these included like Brooklynbridge, Statueofliberty, timessquare, Hudson Yards, and many more places that we were able to visit. So we knew that we had 5 hours to explore. We made sure that we made every minute count, and it was like a whirlwind of sightseeing. And my mom usually likes to just stay in the car, so she was just gonna get a drive-by tour of all these iconic landmarks of the city. So our first stop was Brooklynbridge, an iconic suspension bridge that spans the East River between Manhattan and Brooklyn. It was the first bridge to connect these two places from Manhattan to Brooklyn. And at the time of construction, it was actually the longest suspension bridge in all over the world. And it's still considered to be one of the world's most beautiful bridges. This bridge is famous for its Gothic style architecture with its distinctive arches and cables and towers. And it's also got a pedestrian walkway, which I've done many times. I've been to New York City dozens of times, but it was the first time that I was taking my parents and they didn't want to really walk, so we just did a drive-by in Brooklyn Bridge. So there are these suspended traffic lanes that offer really a spectacular view of the New York City skyline, including you can even see the Statue of Liberty, the Empire State Building, the One World Trade Center, and many other iconic buildings that you can see. So this pedestrian walkway, as I was talking about, is a very popular attraction. So if you're planning on visiting, this is going to be a very unique way when, if you can walk, then just walking through that bridge and crossing over from Brooklyn to Manhattan, it's going to be a fantastic time. And there are a lot of different eating places right there. So you might be able to get a nice lunch at either end of the Brooklyn Bridge.
So from the Brooklyn Bridge, we headed to our viewing point of Statue of Liberty.
All right, guys, so now we are at the viewpoint at the Battery Park, and that is the place where you can get good view of the Statue of Liberty. 41 degrees, it's super cold, super chilly, but we're still gonna go check out where is the Statue of Liberty. Oh, there she is, the lady with the torch, asking everyone to come and have your dreams fulfilled in this beautiful country we call America.
As you all know, Statue of Liberty is one of the most iconic landmarks in US, and it's located on the Liberty Island in the New York harbor. There are several ways that you could see the statue. Obviously, it's visible from different sides, but one of the most popular ways to visit the Statue of Liberty is a viewing point in Battery Park. From this viewing point, visitors can come and see the statue from like a distance, as well as if you want to see it up close, then you could take a ferry and just get inside there.
That is the ferry that you can take to Staten Island. In about 30 minutes you can be there, and this is a free ferry. Here, this is a restaurant. The view, eat, drink, laugh, and love. All right, Statue of Liberty. Super chilly. Okay, so we're gonna go to the car over there, and yeah, that was the Statue of Liberty viewpoint.
From this viewing point, you'll have some stunning views of Manhattan skyline, the Brooklyn Bridge. Now, there are several tour options available, including an option to visit the statue's pedestal and the crown. As well, you could go to the adjacent Ellis Island Immigration Museum, and that's also pretty fun. Next, from that viewing point, we headed to the 9/11 Memorial.
I am here at the 9/11 Museum. You can see it's really amazing, and it's a tribute to something of a tragedy that changed our lives and the world.
It's a tribute to the victims of September 11, 2001 terrorist attacks. It's located at the site of the former World Trade Center complex in Lower Manhattan. And this memorial consists of two reflecting pools that are set in the footprints of original Twin Towers. And it's surrounded by this huge plaza, and there's a lot of trees and greeneries. And the pools are each nearly an acre in size. And it is the largest man-made waterfall in North America. The names of the victims of 9/11 attacks, as well as the victims of the 1993 World Trade Center bombing, are inscribed in the bronze panels around the pools. The names are arranged in a way that it reflects the relationship between the victims, such as the family members, friends, and co-workers. So it's a pretty cool site. I would highly recommend, if you have the time, then you should visit this and go inside as well. And this 9/11 memorial also includes a museum there that opened in just 2014, about 9 years ago. And this museum features a lot of these artifacts and exhibits that tell the story of 9/11 attacks and the aftermath as well. Some of these exhibits include like photographs and personal stories of the victims and the survivors, and the artifacts that were recovered from that site after the plane just went inside the World Trade Center. So the visitors that go to the 9/11 memorial can pay their respects to the victims. They can learn about the events of September 11, and especially the younger people. So it's a good way for them to just really learn that history, and they can gain a deeper understanding of the impact that the attacks had on the city and the world. So 9/11 Memorial is a somber and moving tribute, and is an important destination for those visiting New York City. Okay, so after this point, we sat in the Tesla back again that we had arranged, and we got a good view of the Wall Street Bull. This is also known as the Charging Bull. It's a bronze statue that's located in the financial district of Manhattan, right there in New York City. And the statue was actually created by Italian artist Arturo di Modica, who wanted to symbolize the strength and the power of American people after 1986 1987 stock market crash, and the bull stands 11 feet tall and weighs over 7,000 pounds. It was installed without the permission in front of the New York Stock Exchange in December 1989, and the city authorities later, actually, funny story, removed the statue, but due to public demand, it was relocated to its current location where it is right now, which is only a few blocks away from the Bowling Green Park. And the Wall Street Bull has become a popular tourist attraction in the New York City. Next up, the most popular place in all of New York City, that is Times Square. Times Square's most popular tourist destinations in New York City. It's located in the heart of Midtown Manhattan. It is famous for its vibrant energy, bright lights, and the bustling crowds. This area is lined with towering billboards, flashing neon signs, and enormous screens, making it a popular destination for photo opportunities and Instagram-worthy moments. So this square is actually surrounded by numerous theaters, including the Broadway theaters, where visitors can catch a show and enjoy these world-class performances. In addition to the entertainment offerings, Times Square is also home to a wide range of shops and restaurants and attractions, including the Madame Tussauds Wax Museum, the Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum, and then the NFL Experience is also a part of all the things that you could do right there at Times Square. So it is one of the biggest events that's held in Times Square is the New Year's Eve ball drop, which I got an opportunity to attend in 2020, and this attracts millions of visitors. I actually visited that in 2020 as well as back in 2005. So yeah, those two New Year's, 15 years apart, I was able to see. Overall, Times Square is a must-see destination for anyone visiting New York City, offering an unforgettable experience that captures the spirit and energy of the city. We also got a chance to have a wonderful caramel cappuccino here. My dad enjoyed it a lot. Then after that, we took a coffee for mom as well, and we went back to the Tesla that was parked just right there. From there, we headed to the city, and the next destination for us was the 20th Century Fox Film Studio.
Hey guys, so I'm here at the headquarters of News Corp. Very popular, and this is where the entire streaming happens for Fox News.
The Fox company, it's since expanded and opened several centers and studios, including one in New York City. The Fox studio in New York City is also known as Fox 5. It's located in Manhattan. It's home to the WNYW, the Fox Broadcasting Company's flagship television station. It broadcasts news, sports, entertainment programming to the New York City metropolitan area. The Fox 5 news team covers a wide variety of stories, from breaking news to weather to local events and community issues. I mean, usually they are Republican, and I don't watch it very much. Overall, Fox Studio in New York City plays an important role in the media landscape of New York City, providing news, entertainment to millions of viewers in the metropolitan area. From there, we headed to Hudson Yards.
Hey guys, welcome to the Hudson Yard. This is a really important place and a good place here in New York. It's becoming really popular, and I wanted to take a few shots here. So if you have some time, you should come here and check out the Hudson Yards.
Hudson Yards is a large-scale real estate development in Manhattan, and the area located on the west side of Manhattan along the Hudson River was previously occupied by rail yard and has been transformed into a mixed-use development that features commercial, residential, and public space. One of the most popular attractions in Hudson Yards is the Vessel, a spiraling sculpture that offers stunning views of the surrounding area, and visitors can climb up the stairs to the top of the structure and enjoy that panoramic view of Hudson River and the Manhattan skyline. So again, it's a very fun architecture over there. The building looks really unique, and I got an opportunity to film some and just show it to my dad. It was really a fun experience. In addition to its architecture and the cultural offering, Hudson Yards is also a hub for business and commerce. Overall, Hudson Yards is a place to visit. It's a dynamic and rapidly evolving neighborhood that offers some unique blend of commercial, residential, and cultural attractions that have made quickly one of the most sought-after destinations in New York City.
Alright guys, so now I'm here at Central Park, and as you know, Central Park is an important place because it's grand, it's amazing, it's beautiful, it's in the middle of New York City, and it's very inspiring as well. For a lot of people, they come here and run in the morning, and that's super inspiring for everybody. And it's a beautiful place. There are a lot of movies that are shot here, a lot of reels that are shot here, and yeah, just people love it. And that is the Ritz-Carlton over there.
From there, while we were driving, we got an opportunity to see these mushroom-like islands. It's called Little Island. It's also a newly constructed public park in New York City. It's located on that Hudson River in the meatpacking district. It was designed by architect Thomas Heatherwick and opened to the public just 2 years ago in May of 2021. The park's design is inspired by a leaf floating on the water with several man-made hills, grassy spaces, and winding pathways that offer visitors a variety of ways to interact with the space. There are also several performance spaces here and an amphitheater that can accommodate up to 700 guests. And Little Island is a unique and beautiful addition to the city's public places, offering visitors a peaceful oasis in the midst of the bustling city. So, after the Little Island, which was definitely worth the drive-by, our final stop was Grand Central Terminal.
I'm here at the Grand Central, which is one of the very important spots in all of New York. And I've got my nice Sony Alpha 7 IV. It's great. And you can see the Grand Central is really grand.
This is a historic train station located in Midtown Manhattan in New York City. It was opened way back when, more than 100 years ago, in 1913, and it's one of the world's most famous transportation hubs. It serves several hundreds of thousands of commuters, tourists, and shoppers every day. The station's main concourse is an iconic space with high arched ceilings and a famous clock in the center and opulent chandeliers. It's often depicted in movies and television shows as a popular tourist destination. Overall, the Grand Central Terminal is a symbol of New York City and an important landmark that attracts millions of visitors every year. As the clock ticked down, we made our way back to the American Airlines lounge for lunch.
Hey guys, so I'm here now in the executive lounge in New York. It's actually a pretty good one. They've got a lot of variety of food and there's a nice view. Dad actually had a little bit of a challenge with the whole nebulization, but it's all taken care of now.
It was a perfect way to end our layover and we were able to relax. But in the end, it was a journey filled with memories that we will cherish for a lifetime.
Now we are boarding our final leg to Dallas. And the flight leaves at 3:15. It's already like 2:45, which is 30 minutes, but looks like the wheelchair from mom and dad arrived late and they're trying to make it. So we'll see how it goes.
but so far so good.
So next time, if you're going through New York City and you have a layover, these are the top destinations in New York City if you only have a few hours to spend. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because that just is super motivating and I would love that. Every comment that you post, I'd be reading it personally and ensuring that I respond to it. If you are interested in these types of videos, you should check out some of the other videos that I've made. I love to travel and also do other exploratory things here on my channel. So thank you very much, and until next time, goodbye.